Welcome back. While the holiday season is a time for celebration, travel and joy, there is also a tendency of safety concerns to increase. Staying safe necessitates increased awareness of everything from home security and personal well-being to congested public areas and dangerous roads.
Now, Uri, this week on Hot Topics, we are discussing how to keep ourselves and our loved ones safe over the holiday season, whether you're at home, on the road, or out partying.
And you know how busy it gets in December. People get so excited,
Indeed.
The end of year fatigue is there, and now you can actually go and unwind and relax. So I feel like people get off guard as well.
Yeah.
And they get shocked when something actually happens, but then it's the guard that's down.
Indeed, Uri. I think it's the festive season. Everybody is in a happy mood.
Yes.
And you, of course, will do all the partying and all the necessary things that need to be done when it comes to the holiday season. There's a lot of traveling that's also involved. There are those that just want to relax, perhaps with alcohol, of course, and also just a way of just partying and being out and having fun and just relieving yourself from all the stress that you had the whole year and so forth. So a lot happens during this festive season, and I think as a national broadcaster we have also been playing our part in terms of just informing and educating on how you can stay safe when you are traveling, to keep someone at home or just not leave your home like that, in terms perhaps of if someone comes and want to just to break in and so forth, and also safety on the road. We had a lot of talks with the police and also just MBA Fund giving us some tips on how to stay safe and so forth. So I think you must have all the information that you need in terms of staying safe in general.
And when you talk about the road safety, the picture that you sent me earlier today, where crashes between January, the beginning of the year, to last week, the 14th of December, we had the crashes decreased. No, they actually increased from last year to this year. So in 2024 they were at 2,999, and now they are at 3,126. Injuries were at 5,207. And now they're at 111. So they decreased a bit there.
And then the fatalities is the one that is now a bit scary.
Imagine.
Yes.
They were 408, and now they are 488.
88.
And that was last week. And we've seen over the past few days, they've also been car accidents. So the road safety is really a concern during the festive season. But when it comes to now homeowners and stuff like that, have you experienced any break-in, or anyone that you know that has experienced a break-in during the festive season? Because that is also an
perhaps
area of
it's someone
concern.
I know, because whenever I have to travel, I make sure that there is someone at home, that you leave someone at home at least to take care of the house. But I think that's what Nampol is always stressing, that don't just leave the house. Of course, it's your home. You can do whatever you want. But in terms of safety, perhaps just call a neighbor or call someone that you know that can come and stay in the house, and you just don't leave it empty, because anything can happen because there's no one to monitor it. Or leave your neighbor perhaps just to pop in and see if everything is okay at the end of the day.
A sister of mine, she called me last week and she asked me if I could pop in, since we are working December, pop in and see how her house is, because last year apparently they left for December, and when they came back, everything in the house was gone. So imagine if they know that nobody is there, they can take their time.
Exactly.
So they took TVs, they took tents, they took laptops, cell phones. They had time because there was nobody.
There was no one. And they were probably monitoring as well to see this night it's quiet, the other night it's quiet.
It's scary because she lives in a kind of like a complex. So where were the other people? How did they come in from the... It's such a... I don't know, they become very creative in this as well.
Because someone would probably think you are moving even, so they can't even come and bother you.
So she came back to... Imagine you come back in January and you already have the January blues, like we just heard, and then you come back to an empty house. So the stress is on a very another level high. So to avoid that in January, you are right. Leave somebody at home, definitely.
Indeed.
Keep your stuff safe.
Indeed. So let's go to the polls. I know you had some polls that you had on our WhatsApp channel.
We engage the public like we always do every Every Friday we have a poll, so also do participate in that.
Yes.
So our first question was, how during the festive season, which safety concern worries you the most? Is it road accidents, crime and theft, home accidents, fires, electrical faults? Oh yes, there's that too, and online scams. And over 300 people said road accidents.
And we're just talking about that now and looking at the fatalities as well. So it's quite understandable why it is a concern. And a lot of people say the road accidents actually.
And when you're traveling, I feel like when people are traveling, they should look at everything in their car. Because we just saw a story that we published a few minutes ago, or maybe an hour ago, of a car that just caught fire. So also check your cars before you go in. And as well, the drivers should be safe on the road, but do inspect your car as well. The second question that we had was, do you take extra safety precautions during the festive season? Yes, always. Sometimes, rarely, and not at all. And again, over 300 people said yes, always. They always have safety precautions. But the people who said rarely, what do they actually, what do they put in place?
That's a good question.
So they know that their stuff are safe. The third question that we had was, where do you think people tend to let their guard down the most during the festive season? On the roads, at social gatherings and events, at home while traveling, or on holiday? And again, the majority said at social gatherings and events. Yes. Why do you agree?
I think when people meet at social gathering, there's a lot of alcohol involved. When you are, of course, high, anything can happen because you are not using your right senses anymore. So there's a lot of fighting that happens, and also just chaos per se. That's now when people abuse alcohol. Let's put it that way. When they abuse alcohol, I think the poll is
definitely, because you are in a happy state. You are not really checking your surroundings, and you feel safe.
Indeed. Well, Namibia, that is all we had for you. That is on Daily Roundup this evening. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful weekend from me, Selima Henok, and the rest of the production crew. Until next week.